Welcome to the Lost Lowdown podcast 169 with your hosts, Claude and Justin.
What's up, guys?
We're back for a third time, continuing our season 4 commentary series with episode 414, There's No Place Like Home, part 3.
Three.
So we're finally back to the finale of the finale.
Yes, that's right. It's the final finale.
The final. And things are heating up.
Things are definitely heating up. Everything's getting serious now. I will say, in terms of milestones, Kimi was killed in part 2.
Mm-hmm.
So in terms of I guess Widmore is sort of the background villain here, but the main antagonist has been killed.
Yeah.
And so now the question is mainly, how are they going to get rescued? And also, what's going to happen with the freighter and the bomb? And also, how are they going to move the island? I feel like that's the main things we have left to get to.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how that goes.
All right. Well, let's jump into it.
Let's do it.
All right, everybody, get your plays ready if you're going to sync up with this for some part 3. All right. Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Previously on Lost. Yeah, I feel like they speed these parts up a little bit.
They probably do.
Sawyer's like, I'm not bolted down.
That implied it was Sawyer.
Not a very good insurance policy.
Yeah.
Hope your premiums
It's
were
the
low.
wrong guy. I guess he didn't know who he was dealing with. I don't know.
Clearly.
I don't know if I really buy that, but that's what it looks like. Uh-oh. Good evening.
What? He's like, don't finish that sentence. Wow, Sayid.
Yeah, Assassin Sayid.
All right. So, but when is this in relation to last time we saw Hurley when Jack was there?
After.
This is after.
This is after everything, I think. This is probably the latest scene we've seen with Hurley at this point.
Oh God, who's he playing with?
Yeah. Exactly.
Like Charlie?
Security's not real tight there. I've forgotten why he's even doing this.
Yeah. I'm so confused.
Oh, maybe we learn later?
How does everybody know he used that name?
He told them? I don't know. They're listening. Are you?
Yeah, why'd you kill him? Do you even know?
Yeah, who was that guy, by the way? Widmore? Ben? Both?
Checkmate. Oh, that's right.
Yep. That's the closest we get to a Mr. Echo return.
Yeah, that's so upsetting.
Yeah.
Because they could have just proved it if it was, but I don't know. It's
Mm-hmm.
so kind of crappy because it's sort of artificial.
I can't believe they're still like running out of fuel. Like, are you dead yet? Go back for him with
How
what?
is it behind us? Oh,
Oh, the
to the
Zodiac, I
side.
guess. Although, does he know about the Zodiac? I don't know. Maybe he can assume.
Well, they could maybe fix the hole in the
Oh,
plane
right. They
helicopter
can
and get,
repair it. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that makes sense.
But this is weird, right? Don't they go through the time barrier?
Did they?
I think they
I mean, the fact
will,
that Jin travels makes me think that they're inside the time barrier still.
but I
And
thought
they
they
could
actually
see it
fly
from the
through
island.
it. I thought there's a shot where they fly through it and it
Oh, there
goes
was a
from
shot
night
where
to
they fly
day.
through it? Okay.
I mean, it hasn't happened yet, but I think
Okay,
there's.
sorry. Kimi's still alive?
Yeah.
I forgot that he survived. Not if I find him first. Sorry, that was inevitable. Some lines write themselves. Or maybe I
Right.
just remember it. I don't know.
It's red.
There it is. Boom.
You guys would have been dead.
That would have been it right there. Jin, Desmond, Michael, all dead.
Why didn't they get everybody off the boat
I
sooner?
love that he's standing there with this book. Like, what are you doing? Trying to study bomb diffusing?
Like, why didn't they start getting everyone off the boat when they realized the bomb was on the boat?
I agree. It shouldn't have, like, yeah. It shouldn't have taken so long to come to an emergency. And
Hmm.
now Desmond's got to run his ass off when he knew
Yeah.
this whole time.
This guy spent all this time washing down the
What's he
deck.
washing it? Oh, God, don't even bother. It's a
Don't even bother.
bomb.
The boat's gonna
Who
explode.
cares?
Oh, this is great. They do all this work to get here, and as soon as
Yep.
they get the closest they've ever been, it's like, don't land.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, this is the kind of thing Lost is great at. That it's
Definitely.
no show really does it as well as this, and I don't know what to call it besides drama.
Yeah,
But like
yeah.
this thing where it's like everyone's trying to do ABC, and then as soon as they're about to accomplish the goal, it's the exact wrong goal to accomplish.
Right.
It's great.
Right.
Gotta do it. Boom. Blows up.
Yeah, that's okay, that's the teaser. Fair enough.
So they're gonna have to land somehow, get more fuel real quick,
Mm-hmm.
and then take off
Repair that
again.
shit and take off again. Oh, is that what they actually do? I guess that is what they actually do. Is it? Now I don't even know.
Yeah, I think they fly through the time barrier later after they see the island leave. I
Okay.
think.
Okay. Nice. One piece of duct tape. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's another one. This is definitely very reminiscent of what they do with the Ajera plane in season 6.
Mm.
This whole like emergency repair thing.
I remember on the original podcast going, "Why can't Kate just take the baby and Son can go down there?"
Right. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's weird that Kate's like, I don't know. I mean, maybe she's trying to.
Oh, he totally made a diagram.
Yeah. Yeah, he was like studying.
I mean, I'm a father, but
I know. I know. Why doesn't that matter? He's never going to get to see his kid at all, actually.
mm-mm.
He's never going to make it off the island. This is like the fateful moment right here.
This is it. This is huge.
If he could have run just a little faster,
Mm-hmm.
maybe it could have been the Oceanic 7. And then Sun wouldn't have wanted to come back, and then they wouldn't have died in the submarine. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. You're saying, yeah, Sun could have stayed here with Jin, and then they both would have time traveled, and they would have
Oh,
been
they
with
could
each
have
other
done
in the
that too, but I
past.
was imagining Jin makes it to the helicopter.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know, so he becomes part of the Oceanic Seven.
Yep. It's so
But yeah.
close.
Yeah.
Lapidus doesn't know the bomb's on the boat. What's his rush?
Didn't they tell him? Didn't Desmond tell him?
He just said we don't have a lot of time. I don't think he said
Did he
why.
not explain?
Oh
Oh
shit.
god. Yeah, I forgot about this.
You can go now, Michael. Oh,
Who are
oh.
you? Fucking Christian! Who are you?
Yeah, that's much like how Locke died. Like,
Classic!
why?
Who the fuck are you?
Yet the smoke monster is somehow over water.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Oh, this is
Yeah, that's
great.
so weird. Oh wow, we cut to this. Yeah, this is crazy. I do love when Lost does this. Cutting to like crazy thing to other
Mm-hmm.
crazy thing.
Mm-hmm. Initiate assassin mode.
Yeah, she totally could have like knifed Whitmore
Mm-hmm.
if she wanted to.
Charming. Because you put the plane at in the bottom of the ocean,
Mm-hmm.
didn't you?
Common interests. That's so vague.
Mm-hmm. What does that mean? Because
in,
he left, but she doesn't know that.
in retrospect, I think she's referring to Ben. Oh, she doesn't know that he knows that Ben left? Is that what you're saying?
I guess that's what I'm saying. Go down lower. Oh, now I'm confused. Oh, they all time travel. Sorry.
What are you confused about?
Oh, they don't all time travel.
No, no, no.
Well,
The helicopter crew is the Oceanic Six.
but
Except
then,
Frank.
but don't they go back? But
Oh, just because he wasn't on Oceanic, though, I guess.
but don't they go back to the helicopter to the island and then go back in time to the
No.
70s?
No, that's a Jira. That's way later. That's season 5.
I'm confused.
That's we have to go back. This is when they leave.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying though. All right, we'll talk about it. I guess I overreacted.
Is he gonna say that?
That's basically his
More or
statement.
less the same idea.
How much metal do you need?
Oh right. I forgot he's gonna like hand over the others.
Huh?
And that's how Locke died.
I remember thinking, why didn't he just like smash through the back wall with a
Oh,
hammer?
there's even another level that he knows to go put on that parka because he knows it's going to be cold in there.
Ooh, you're
It's
right. That's
it's
the extra level.
like holy shit.
Oh, this was weird.
Yeah.
Juliet's like, huh?
I
My
mean,
soulmate just washes up on shore?
I'm not complaining, but it's not really what I expected.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's. I guess, like, yeah. Sawyer just jumped off and, like, yeah, that's
And he
crazy.
has no idea, like, what happened.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really think about that. I guess from their point of view, maybe all those people died.
Yeah, they have no idea. They just can sort of safely assume everyone is dead who was on the freighter or the helicopter.
Wow. Yeah. How do you know that?
Well, there's already a Parker there too, so that's kind of
Mm-hmm.
interesting that it's part of the whole Dharma thing.
Yeah, especially because you're not supposed to access that area officially.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's Ben's answer. And I think that's genuine. I mean, it's genuine that he believes that. I don't know about that part.
Because they can't find it anymore, or metaphysically.
Yeah, I mean,
Which is nothing. They're a useless bunch.
that they're into.
Yeah, they're good at that. No, you're not.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised you don't murder him right now.
I know, right? This seems like the safe bet.
It's really an opportunity.
What do I tell them to do? God damn it, Locke. In that you never do.
Yeah. But he really believes in Jacob's orders. I do wonder at what point he doesn't believe in Jacob's orders anymore.
Who's he?
Ben.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's like, he wanted me to move it so I would suffer the consequences, and you're supposed to be the leader now. Like, he really
Yeah,
thinks
that's why he
that's.
told you to move it, because he really wanted me to move it.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that's such bullshit, but I feel like it's supposed to be genuine. Though I could be wrong. There they are, othering it up.
But Richard, remember when Locke got the test wrong?
I know, right? He's not special. We all know it. Though they don't seem to know it. Welcome home.
Jeez.
What? But yeah, that's totally. That's. It's all part of
He's
the
always wanted
loophole.
to be the leader of a group of dirty people.
It's literally a dream of his.
Yeah, I think that Parker said Halifax, right? Which
Yeah.
was the fake name in the video.
Yeah. Halawax.
Oh, Halifax, yeah.
Gotta be a candle
Got to be a
reference.
candle thing, yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean that implies. I mean they do show him near this area, like in the caves. But once they build the station, it's not clear that you're supposed to access this area. So
There's stairs or a
it's
ladder.
true. It's true. But who built the stairs? Ladder
Mm-hmm.
stairs. Was this from Man in Black days or was this Dharma days?
And how did one small thin piece of ice get right there?
Eh. Oops. Oh, now we know how he scratched himself.
There it
This
is.
is all that prophecy stuff. Prophecy's not the right word.
Oh, well,
Flash
there's
forward
a
stuff.
hieroglyphics down here.
Oh, yeah,
That's
you're right.
surprising.
Actually, yeah, that's really weird. Is that a mistake?
Seems like it should be.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like they maybe had a different vision for who made this. Because, yeah, I'm reading Egyptians
Mm-hmm.
from the hieroglyphics, not Romans.
Is it like the Egyptians found this place, but they didn't build the wheel? They just like found the pocket of energy or something, like the light cave? Because it's the same
Yeah,
with the light cave where
that's
there's
true.
hieroglyphics down there.
That's true. But yeah, see, that's that moment there. He's all alone. There's no reason for him to be lying. He really does believe that it's Jacob's
Yeah.
orders he's following. And I wonder where, I don't know, I wonder where that changes or where he changes his mind about it, or it's not clear to me.
Well, it's also I was just thinking this is sort of similar to the bomb using the frozen gas to um, keep the bomb from detonating. It reminds me of this frozen donkey well thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. There's definitely an ice motif.
Yeah, I'm not sure. He thinks. I mean, the point is, it's manipulating both he and Locke. So he thinks this is Jacob's orders because he thinks Locke talked to Jacob, but
Right.
Locke should have been like, "Yeah, I talked to a guy who said he could speak on his behalf."
Right. Right.
Oh, this is crazy.
Yeah. What is this?
Yeah, what are
Season
you
2?
guys doing?
I
Like,
know.
I mean, the freighter blew up, and they're still on the Zodiac.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what is the plan? Go back to the island? Did they notice? I'm not even sure.
I guess they're outside of the time barrier,
We didn't
right?
cut back to them. Alright, God, oh, the fucking time.
Because they don't
barrier.
time travel, right?
They do. Yeah, Faraday's gonna time travel.
Everybody time travels. Damn.
Yes! Everybody time travels except the people on the helicopter.
Okay.
And Ben, because he's gonna go to Tunisia.
Yeah.
Although he technically time travels a bit. That was Locke's time as the leader of the others. We saw it. We literally saw it.
Oh wow.
That was it in
5
its
seconds.
entirety. Welcome home. The end. Bloop.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
And now Jack is obviously thinking Locke said he was going to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Did he actually do
It's
that?
your miracle.
Ah.
Yeah, here comes a time barrier, which makes no sense now that the island's gone. Why is there even a barrier? I think they're gonna fly through it.
Is this the barrier? Is there a barrier?
There's a
Did
scene.
the barrier
unless
move
I'm-
with the islands?
It should, but I thought there was a scene where they fly through the clouds.
Yeah, I think they just run out of fuel. Yeah, the smaller island went with them too.
Oh, that's right. Where was he gonna go? Oh, they were gonna go back to the island.
Yeah, I guess that was the plan. Yeah, and then the
Wow.
island vanished. I think I never thought that through properly. At least I don't remember it. Okay. We're going back to the island, and then the island disappears, and that's why they crash and get rescued.
Because the point is, we got to get off the island.
They
'cause of
could have
King's
ended up
people.
time traveling if the thing was faster.
Yeah.
They could have, like, oh man. That's crazy. I didn't realize how close they came to that. Like, they were just on the right side of the barrier, I'm assuming.
Wow. I remember thinking, how does Aaron survive this?
Oh, God, yeah, that's a good question. Jin. Who's all? Did Kay take over, or is Sun still holding Eren?
I think Sun still has him.
Okay. Even while she was screaming about Jin.
Oh, good point.
But then I didn't think Kay was holding him either. So.
Yeah,
Oh,
Kate had.
yeah. Yeah, it sucks, Eren. We all know.
Who's that? So that's not Sawyer. Who's that? Oh, Desmond.
Desmond, yeah.
Good old useless Desmond. Couldn't stop the bomb. Like
Nope.
he's been wrong about like everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, he's the worst.
Yeah, he kind of is.
He's the worst, most popular character ever. Oh, don't bother, Jack. It's fine. He wouldn't do it for you.
No.
Not if Penny was anywhere nearby.
Don't forget, Jack just had appendix surgery like 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I guess the island wasn't pissed again. It was just discharge.
It was just
No
discharge.
big deal. Oh, I can't wait to get away from you people.
I hope to never see you again, especially in the afterlife.
Oh, now Sun's got the baby again. Okay.
Yeah. It's a weird shot.
It is a weird shot.
Yeah, it must be a pickup shot or
I
something.
know. I wonder if they shot it at a
It
different
looked-
time or something.
Yeah, it looked
It
completely
totally
different. Wow, that's a nice shot.
Yeah.
Lost. Oh, okay. We
Yeah,
got another
not
act
quite.
here. A
Got some
couple.
more stuff. Oh, this is this.
Oh, is this the great scene? Is this the great scene with Kate and Jack in the bedroom where it's like all weird?
No. That's from season 5.
Oh, damn. Whispers.
Uh-oh.
Gotta find my socks. Where's my socks? Oh.
Don't keep your socks in a shoebox.
Better than where your
It's
guns.
just wrong.
Oh, this was weird.
Yeah.
He's not yours.
Hi, Kate.
Oh, this is even worse.
Yeah.
We gotta go back, but not all of us. So what's weird about that is like, why would Man in Black send her that message?
Yeah, I agree. And yet, what's the explanation? It's really Claire somehow?
Or it's just really Kate. It's just her.
Kate saying,
it's just her dream.
Like, internally,
That
saying, like, if I'm
saying
going back,
like I'm
not...
torn. Yeah, like I'm torn now because Jack wants me to go back, and I'm feeling
Yeah.
that urge, but I can't bring Eren.
And her wanting to go back is all about Claire.
Which they haven't made clear yet.
No, that comes in season
Or they
5.
haven't made it Claire.
Claire, if you will.
They haven't clarified it. But I guess that was the first.
Yeah.
plot point
Hint
there
of
with that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. the context of it and the way they shoot it makes it seem like it's supposed to be a Man in Black thing. But I do agree that like, why would he care? Except,
Hmm.
if they bring Aaron back, maybe that I don't know, maybe that messes up his plans for what he's saying to Claire. I mean, that's all I can think of.
Mm.
Since the whole story is the other stole her baby. I mean,
But
that's what he says later.
if he tells her to not come back, that might incentivize her to not go.
Yeah,
Go back to the island.
right,
Oh,
right.
this is great. He didn't do it. He's so stubborn. That's great.
Yeah,
He did leave the island.
I mean, all he can say is like, well, maybe technically Locke didn't do it, which is true,
Hmm.
but clearly
Like
something
like the
happened.
island moved, but clearly Locke couldn't have accomplished that.
Yeah. Hey! Uh-oh, we're gonna have to take the boy. Oh no. All right, real quick, come up with a lie. Why? Wait for it. Yeah, yeah, it's about Widmore for him. But they'll know you're not when you. Yeah, but they're gonna know that you're lying. I, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Hmm.
We can't pull it off. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I think he's conflating Widmore faking the plane wreckage into Widmore wanting them all dead.
Yeah,
Because he didn't fake the plane wreckage, which makes it seem like they're dead because he wants them dead. He
right.
did it so that people wouldn't be looking for the island.
Right, and the only reason Kimi was gonna kill him is just to clear out the island for Widmore. I don't think he had a specific grudge against them.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Oh my god.
So is that the explanation? Is that finally what the point of the lie is? Like, we're going to allow Widmore's secret to stay secret so that we don't threaten his secrets and he'll come after us if we do? Is that the idea?
Maybe.
Like, he'll let us live as long as we don't tell people how to find the island.
Yeah, as long as we say there's nothing more to look for, there's
Like, I
nobody
guess
else
that
out
sort of
there.
makes sense.
His breath has to be the worst.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I mean, he
That's
hasn't seen a toothbrush in a while.
You make a valid point. Maybe he gargled with a little ocean water.
Yeah, I don't think that would help.
No, a little plankton, amoeba.
What? You have a trekking station? Huh?
There was also the failsafe. You gonna mention that? How did you know what to look for? So many questions.
Mm-hmm. What phone call is she talking about?
The phone call from the Constant.
His phone call across time?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it was made in the present. To the
Oh,
past.
oh.
Well, no, he said he's gonna call her, and then he did call her in the present. Yeah, there we go. That's what happened.
Nice. Okay.
And that's when he told her he was on an island, but she was already looking for an island. So I feel like that's the problem with that.
It wasn't her boat, guys. This is the person whose boat it wasn't.
Finally, they found her boat.
Mm-hmm. Searcher. The name of the boat is Searcher.
Of course. $3,000 miles? But the island moved already.
Yeah, but they gotta go to where they are pretending the plane crashed or
I
something.
did not realize that they sailed 3,000 miles. That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. I thought they were actually, like,
But then
somewhat in the
Frank-
same area.
Oh, Frank's parting ways.
Yeah. Here we go. That's literally the only thing that matters. Yeah, I remember Don't Let Him Find You, Desmond. Like, what? Does he even know about that? I guess he does.
Don't let him find you.
Although, did Widmore even... I mean, yeah.
Who's looking for Desmond?
Widmore, I guess that's what he's saying.
Well,
It's
how
weird
is
because
he?
it's weird because it seems like he's fallen back to Naomi's original lie that she was there looking for Desmond.
Yeah, you're right. Because that's not what was happening at all.
I know, like
Don't let him find you.
it's very
But it seems like it's gonna
confusing.
connect to later when Widmore finds him.
Right.
Brings him to
Yeah.
the island again.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of a mess. So I guess Widmore has people monitoring the Oceanic 6 in case they try to go back so he can follow them. Maybe that makes sense. I really want that plot line to make sense.
But they don't want to go back. So
I know.
it's like on the off chance they do go back.
I know. I know. It's just like, why? Why the people then?
Mm-hmm. Why the people?
Why the people? There's like all these people around. Random people.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Jack's got a beard.
Jack's back to rocking in this, whatever you call it, vehicle.
Hofsdrawler.
Hofsdrawler. Classic Hofsdrawler.
What does that mean again? Not dead?
Flash forward.
Flash forward, that's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, the other one was Gary Troop in Purgatory.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Ethan Rom.
Why isn't this open late at night?
He did look like he expected it to be open. Come on, Jack.
Oh man.
This really reminds me of The Leftovers, I have to say.
Yeah.
There's similar elements with
Mm-hmm.
Kjolven.
Oh, Kelvin.
Just sort of Jack's like breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy Bentham. Who's Jeremy Bentham? That's the question everyone wants to know.
Go, guys. It's Sawyer.
It's Sawyer, the end. But how did Sawyer get off the island?
Oh, it's Ben. There's Ben.
We're not the only ones who left the island.
He looks like a vampire.
He does. He does. He's off the set of True Blood or something. It's weird. A month. Timeline. Here's some stuff that he's not going to say. Just for the record. He did say that.
Mm-hmm.
I love this. So dark, Jack.
I'm a dark guy. So
I'm into that. Come on.
How do you know that? Why
You
are you
don't
saying
know
that?
That's such bullshit. Except Aaron. And Desmond. And Frank. Oh, Frank goes. Oh, right. They imply she blames Jack for it. But it's not true. Uh-oh. I have a lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole idea, we're gonna have to go over that when we get in season 5. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. So Man in
Do
Black
you?
must have told Ben this
Yeah,
somehow, because that's a very specific ask.
I agree. What? Holy shit!
My
When's the
God.
next one on?
TV's
Fuck!
TV's John Locke. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
So Locke is dead.
Classic closer.
We know that.
He's been dead for a month as of
Okay,
or
so-
roughly a month.
Mhm.
As of the end of the thing.
And what we don't know in the context of this scene is that Ben killed him.
That's very true. It's not clear at all. Now, Saeed insinuates, he's like, they said it was suicide, that he was killed. But at this point, I feel like your number one suspect has to be Widmore. Based on the way they've been portraying him. But, Widmore actually helps him.
Well, but it's weird because it's also
Whitmore
Locke
tries
off.
to get Locke to get the other people to go back. So he does want to make them go back. So yeah, all right. Sorry, that doesn't help, but I just wanted to bring that up. Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry.
What was I gonna say? Locke. Um. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh man, what was it? Something to do with. Oh. In terms of the possible suspects who killed Ben, I mean, who killed Locke, it's extra complicated because this is Locke off the island. So not only did he
Right.
die, but he got off the island. So
Yeah.
that begs the question of how did he get off the
That is
island?
definitely a huge question, yeah. Because
Hmm.
we saw him with the others. That was the
Yeah,
last shot of Locke on, alive
it's they
this
almost
season.
literally juxtapose Locke becoming the leader of the others and Locke dying.
Yeah, yeah,
Like his goal directly leading to his death.
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
It's almost like he's inverse Jesus.
Almost like he's inverse Jesus. Yeah.
His
Uh,
disciples,
mm-hmm.
and then he had to die.
Yeah, well, but Jesus' disciples knew why they were following him.
Oh, is that better?
Yeah, it's inverse. No, it still works.
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
Perfect.
Yeah, it still works.
Perfect.
Everybody's inverse Jesus on this show. All right. Wow. Three-part finale. Look at that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, wow, it's so interesting rewatching this stuff, and seeing. Yeah, there's a good percentage of this of the minutia of the show that it's just like not gonna come to anything.
Oh yeah.
And then there's a big part that's like people who are just wrong about things. But the most interesting thing I find is trying to track these notions people have about what they should do and why.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
definitely.
it's still fuzzy. People come into a
So
scene
fuzzy.
with like this fully formulated idea of what to do, and you're like, well, how did you get that idea?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
because Ben's saying, okay, the island won't let you come back. It's got to be all of us. It's like you could maybe hypothesize, okay, Ben just assumes that because he thinks they're all a group, they're all linked or whatever.
Mhm.
But when he's like, oh, he's got to come too. The
Mhm.
dead Locke has to come. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, that's
Yeah.
so weird. And then they're gonna get, aren't they gonna get what's her name involved? Miss Hawking involved.
Yes. Yes.
Uh,
I believe
and
that's one of the few ideas that Ben has.
yeah, which is crazy. And like,
Yeah.
does Ben know that that's Faraday's mom?
Does Ben
I guess he has to, right?
ooh.
Maybe.
I think so. I'm not 100% sure. I think he does. Does he? I mean, okay. Well, let me think. Okay.
And
He
that's the other thing that makes real quick. That's the other thing that makes Desmond seem more interesting than he is Miss Hawking's involvement.
Yeah, yeah,
Then
yeah.
once you realize she used to be, leader of the others or on the island or
Right.
whatever, like
Yeah.
that makes him seem like he's way more plugged into things.
Yeah, though she's way more clueless than we thought. Like
Yeah.
it it turns out like I think, although they never quite spelled this out, that most of what seemed like all this crazy foreknowledge was really just the fact that
Hmm.
she killed her son in the past. Traveling
Hmm.
from the future and like read his journal or something. I think that's what happened.
Something like that, yeah.
So like what seemed like this almost mystical, like supernatural being, like watching like the
Hmm.
timeline or something, is just like, you know,
A grieving mother
just a grieving mother.
who
That's
read her child's diary.
that's kind of it. I mean, that's all it boils down to in the end.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's weird that I guess Ben ends up using like Locke's death ends up being the catalyst, and I guess part of the implication is that uh, he had to kill Locke to convince Jack to go. And
Yeah,
maybe he
Jack
just
would get everybody else to go.
yeah, and he wanted to he wanted to kill Locke anyway. He's been wanting to kill Locke for forever really.
Hmm.
Since he was jealous of him and the fact that the quote unquote island and or Jacob or whatever preferred Locke. But it's weird that Locke's mission was to get them all together and go back to the island. I mean, that's
But it was like, but they don't set it up like he's actually a good candidate to do that, right? Like a trust, like somebody people like and trust, who
mm-hmm.
could go around and corral everybody and say, "Hey guys, we really
Right,
got to go back." And they go, "Oh well, if you say we got to go back, we must have to. We don't want
right,
to, but we trust you implicitly, so we
right,
must." But it's the opposite of that. They don't trust him. He was a villain basically while they were there on the island
right.
in terms of causing conflict. But then it's this weird thing where like Jack has this guilt that is sort of wrapped up in his relationship with Locke, and yeah, Locke couldn't convince him to come on his own, but his death made Jack feel guilty enough
Yeah,
to decide to go back, which is like, why are we going back? All the bad things have happened. Even Jack saying like, well, I was told that, after I left the island, all these bad things happened. It was my
yeah,
fault. First of all, who told you that? Second of
yeah.
all, how does going to the island fix any of that stuff? And Locke being dead now, how does you guys going back fix any of that stuff? It'd be different if it was like all this bad stuff happened,
Right,
Locke is dead, but if we go back to the island, we'll reset time or
right.
something, and then we'll fix all these things. So it's weird that they want to go back to the island, but it's still not clear what they hope to gain from that.
Yeah,
Besides this idea that we just weren't supposed to leave, but for what reason? No one's asking that question. Why? You
right.
know, why do we need to go back? What's going to happen when we do go back? We do need expectations, so we can know if we accomplished the mission or not. Because if we go back to the island and like nothing happens within the first day, like, can we leave now? I
Yeah.
mean, is it like, when the professor's late to class, is there like a 15-minute rule on the island where it's like, hey, if Jacob doesn't show up in 15 minutes, you get to go home,
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is it? Like,
Mm-hmm.
so it's weird that they're not like setting their expectations in that way.
Yeah, I agree. Supposedly it was Locke who said a lot of bad things happened. Once we get to the life and death of Jeremy Bentham, I want to go back over that scene because he's like specifically, what did he say? And we're gonna see their version of what he
Mm-hmm.
said, and someone did actually confront Damon and Carlton about that, and they just had no comments about it at all. But
Because it's different.
yeah, it's like it's clearly different, and it's like I that's it's been one of my pet peeves. Like, so what are the bad things that happened exactly? Like, what does he have in mind? It seems to me like the bad things that happened before they left. Like
Mm-hmm.
the freighter blowing up. Like Kimi's attack. Like,
I assumed that he meant the time traveling stuff, but I don't know how bad a lot
yeah,
of
it
that
doesn't seem like it was
was.
really that bad. Like, the only thing in my mind that he could be referring to, and I'm 100% sure it's not this, is the massacre of the red shirts.
Yeah.
Like, that's the most, like, extreme thing that
Why
really
would he care about
happens.
that?
I know! That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It's so not that. It's
It's
so
not
not
that.
that.
I also think in that moment, Jack is being like, really depressive and super deprecating,
Yeah.
self-deprecating. So I feel like he's sort of going overboard and taking the blame for certain things. So
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that could have been Carlton and Damon's answer to that question. Is Jack is, he's really out of it in this moment, and so he's just sort of, exaggerating,
Mm-hmm.
this idea that all these bad things happen, blah blah blah, it's all my fault. Is he
Right.
sort of exaggerating whatever Locke might say to him later or
Right.
before,
Right. Right.
however the timeline works.
But yeah, he
Um,
doesn't mention the thing Locke says about Christian being
mm-hmm,
there, say hello to my son.
mm-hmm.
That's
They
clearly an
haven't
element.
written that yet.
Well, I guess that's part of the problem. Gotta write it first.
Gotta write it first.
Can't be in the show before you write it. Yeah, no, it's true. But yeah, I wonder what they envisioned. I remember at the time, like, wondering, like, oh my God, what horrible things are going to happen? You
Mm-hmm.
know? And it's like, it's just not, I mean, I'm not saying it's like great. Obviously, there are problems because it's a show and they have conflicts, but it just doesn't seem to me like what they experience is that much worse than anything else they've gone through while they've been on the island. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's just sort of like standard. Like, well, sometimes we're in danger and sometimes we're not, and sometimes we're fighting for survival, and sometimes we're not, and that's just that's just like
Yeah.
life. I don't know. It's like, and also, I mean, Locke left. You know, Locke was out like before too long. You know, he doesn't
Mm-hmm.
even stick around that long to even know what quote unquote bad things. I mean, they live in the '70s for
Yeah.
3 years and they're fine. They're totally fine.
It was the best 3 years on the island. Like,
Yes.
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, so it's kind of absurd. I think it's okay for Jack to be wrong, and I kind of wish Locke had actually implied that that was true, and maybe he's just kind of overselling it. You know, it's
Mm-hmm.
just I do buy that Jack would embellish it, but I wish there was a little more basis in what Locke said. You
Yeah.
know that like really suggesting like these horrible things, something bad happened. You know, it doesn't seem to me like he really says that. It's more about like you have to go back because it's your destiny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say that's the biggest thing that's very clear is the you have to go back is not the why of you have to go back is not clear at all.
Yeah,
I
which
mean,
is
because
strange.
it begs the question of why do we have to be there in the first place?
Right,
You
right.
know, which
And
was
maybe
not
that's why
clear.
they don't answer it because it's almost fundamental to
Mm-hmm.
what the whole
Mm-hmm.
show's about.
Yeah.
And so they're not gonna just say it's these three things.
Mm-hmm.
Like I guess I get that, but I also feel like it's strange to be so vague about such a
But they could
fundamental
have,
thing.
yeah, but they could have said something like, like at least have characters have theories about why they have to go back. The island's not done with us yet. The
Right.
island is still testing us. The
Right.
island, whatever.
Yeah.
But they don't even really have theories. They're just like, this is just what we have to do. And,
Mm-hmm.
and it's weird. Like, the weird thing about fate is fate should be whatever happens,
Right.
but if you change your fate, then isn't that still your fate? Like, can
Yeah.
you change it if it's fate? So, like, if it's your fate to stay on the island, then you'll never get off the island. If you
Yeah.
do get off the island, isn't that your fate to get
Yeah.
off the island?
Yeah, you would think so. Yeah, it doesn't really make sense unless it's your fate to go back because you choose to go
Hmm.
back. Yeah, it's just like it's all a bit circular with
And
fate.
then it's like, how do you know it's your fate to go back unless you go back, or
Right.
unless you wind up there against your will or
Right.
something?
Right. Right. Which, yeah, I mean that's sort of true for Saeed,
Hmm.
and for Locke's body, if that counts. Why does Locke's body have to go back? Where did Ben get that idea? Like I
It's got that
wonder.
has to be from Man in Black because he's
It
the
does seem
only
like,
one. He's the
yeah,
only one that will benefit from his body coming back.
yeah, yeah. But I wish we could have. I don't know. I wish we could have seen how like he gave him dreams or how. I mean, how did he
Hmm.
convey that message? Because I mean, that message has to come after he murders Locke, right? Or does he send him a message to murder Locke and then bring the body back?
I feel like I can't really remember, but in the scene when he decides to murder Ben, I'm sorry, when Ben decides to murder Locke, I think there's some detail that Ben puts together in terms of why all this, like why Locke needs to die now. I think that might tie into why the body needs to come back, but
Mm-hmm.
because he does like Locke does tell Ben something that was like the catalyst to him going, oh, okay, I got to kill you now.
Yeah, yeah,
Now that I
yeah.
know
I
this
believe the
thing.
thing he says before Ben murders him is he talks about Eloise. He talks about Miss Hawking.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's the thing he says right before. And now she has a whole explanation, a whole like woo wooey kind of explanation for why they have to bring Locke's body back, and the reason is because they have to recreate the conditions of the
Mm-hmm.
original crash, and Locke, for whatever reason, has to play the role of Christian's dead body
Including needing his
with the
shoes because
shoes, with the
your
fucking
shoe
shoes. shoes.
Your shoes are the windows to your souls on your feet. So
now, where did she get that idea? I have no idea, but it
Mhm.
is a specific reason for why they have to do it, and
And
it's
what
not clear
sucks
that
is
Ben
it
has that.
what sucks is that it works,
Mm-hmm.
because the other key ingredient from recreating this, them going was, Desmond not pressing the button.
That's
So,
true.
I mean, he technically wasn't there, so he didn't press the button, but there was no electromagnetic surge.
Right. Right. Yeah, yeah, no, it just ends up happening because something reasons, there's also like the lamp post, did I get that right? Yeah. I think
Mm-hmm.
I keep getting the lamp.
Lighthouse?
Yeah, I get the lamp post and the lighthouse
Oh no, the
confused.
lighthouse is where Jacob was looking at
Yeah,
them.
lighthouse on the island, lamp
Lamppost.
post is the Dharma station that's off the island, used to locate the island. So once again, they had this like scientific. This is a machine thing that we locate, and you have to get on this flight because that's where the machine says. And then there's also the mystical, like you have to somehow recreate it. Like why would it matter? Couldn't you just fly any old plane there? I mean, there's plenty of people on the plane who weren't on it originally. Is everyone a proxy for someone else? I mean, that can't be true. Who's the proxy for Locke? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's, like, it just doesn't add up. I don't
Yeah.
know. That whole idea, but you're right that
It
it works.
feels
The fact
right.
that it works validates it. So,
Yeah, it feels right because it feels like, oh, okay, like she said, we have to recreate the same thing, and that's that continuity or mirroring whatever effect seems like it should mean something. But again, it's just like you just decide to place your meaning on that,
right,
you know.
right. And, like, yeah, seemingly if they, I don't know, what if they went back without Locke's body? I
I
mean,
mean, this
really,
begs the question, like, because I think they just like what happens now? They vanish off the plane, right, and fall in the water, and then the plane crash, and then
yeah.
the 316 plane somehow it lands,
Yeah,
right?
it lands on the Hydra Island.
So okay, so it seems like
I
yeah.
think
So I mean,
they hit the barrier. Like something happens where they have to land it.
yeah.
Emergency landing. The people who go to the 70s, they just kind of like flash off, and the rest of them stay on the plane in the present.
Oh, that's right. Okay, that's right. Yeah. Wow, so much is gonna happen next
It's a
season.
fucking mess. Like, why did that happen? I mean, that whole thing's
Yeah, who
weird.
triggered them flashing off the plane? Like
Yeah,
I would want to say Jacob, but he
me
doesn't. I
too.
mean, the point should be that he's not involved in these affairs, and then why would he flash into the 70s?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, yeah, it's really random.
yeah,
Uh, just flash the others out of the 70s. I mean,
yeah,
isn't that simpler? Can't we just cut
that's
to season
that's what
6?
Jughead is for. Wow.
Seems like it should be a lot simpler than it is.
Yeah, and like those people who get stuck in the 70s with Dharma for like 3 years, like again, back to the people who wind up at the church, like they spent a lot of time with
Mm-hmm.
those people.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you would think in a way, like, Sawyer would know, like, Phil or something better
Mm-hmm.
than he knows most of the other Lost
Yeah.
characters.
Yeah.
I mean, 3 years has to count for something. He
I
forgot
mean,
Kate's face.
that's a lot of hootenannies,
It's so many hootenannies.
A lot of
Oh
hootenannies.
man, it's gonna be fun getting into season 5. We're really, definitely, clearly heading in that direction with this. They're setting up all that stuff,
Mm-hmm.
even if it's not fully formed yet.
Yeah.
A lot of the seeds are planted, as it were.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, season 4 was interesting.
yeah,
Yeah, this is definitely an interesting season. So I'm curious. I remember really liking season 5, so very eager to rewatch that.
I will also point out that although I believe in the Jeremy Bentham episode, Locke goes to visit Walt.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and Walt famously says he had dreams,
Yep.
and
Saw him standing on the beach.
he saw Locke in a suit, and there were people surrounding you, and they wanted to
Mm-hmm.
hurt you, John. And
Mm-hmm.
that's great. I love that.
It's so great because it's so off. And it's like, why did you have a dream of Man in Black?
Yeah, it's really strange. Where did that come from? Did the Man in Black in that? Like, what is that? I don't even know what to think of that. Anyway, I was just gonna say that aside, I believe that Kate's dream sequence involving Claire is the final dream sequence that we get in the show.
Mm.
And I just want to say RIP because, I mean, I guess like dream sequences, we talked about it in Question Mark in the original podcast, I believe. It was like, why is he going to go do XYZ? The dream will tell him to do it,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And it can be like a cheat, I get that. I don't want him to just be like, how do we get to the next point? Dream, like, yes, dial it back, don't, but I did kind of miss that, especially because dreams did play a pretty large role in the earlier part of the show. The first 4 seasons. I mean, all the way up to Cabin Fever, really.
Mm-hmm.
And the origin of those dreams never gets explored, partially because no one has them anymore.
Yeah.
So no one's able to even ask the question because it's not even an issue. And yeah, I just think that's kind of disappointing. Like, we just kind of leave it there. Like, dreams are over now. I don't know. I see that as a sad turning point because I missed that element of the show, and I feel like the smoke monster, I mean, we get like a little more with the Ben judgment scene and stuff, but everything becomes a bit more concrete from here on out and a little less kind of more like disturbing and, almost like a horror character or something.
Well, because Man in Black starts having actual agency personally, and so he doesn't have to do the dream stuff and all that. He can sort of start carrying out plans.
Right.
Once he's in Locke's body and all that stuff, and then once we actually see, his, the actual MIB character.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I guess, like, there's no need to send dreams anymore. You can just, like, tell people stuff in real life, or IRL, if you will.
Yeah, I will.
And that's fine. But, yeah, but that's such a crazy, it's such a crazy thing to be able to do and then never comment on. Like, I just can't believe that happened. And this is it. Like, we're done now.
That's it. No one will ever question that, yeah.
And we didn't even realize it, It seemed to me like it was setting the stage for more dreams, But no.
Nope. All right, well, we'll be back soon with season 5 commentary.
Can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Thanks for staying aboard the Lost Lowdown train.
That's right. Keeps on rolling.
Till next time, thanks and namaste.
Namaste and good luck.